Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to Being on Stage, the only podcast that gives you motivation, inspiration, and confidence to be better on stage. No matter how you entertain, sing, dance, band, comedian, public speaking, MC, drag, burlesque, performance art, or street performer, this is the show for you. Hey rock stars, Reggie Dawson, host of the Being on Stage podcast. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to the show. We're actually doing this podcast for Facebook as well, so if you're on Facebook, hello video, that's Being on Stage on Facebook. But welcome to the podcast. So listen, there are a lot of small-minded people in this world that you're going to come in contact with, especially as performers. You know, we go out on stage, we put a piece of ourselves out there, and there's going to be people that just, they don't get it, they underestimate you, and sometimes they don't appreciate the art that you have, and it's wrong. I 100% feel that it's wrong to be underappreciated. So I'm going to share something that happened this week, and I'm not going to use any names of any companies or any people or any individuals, but as most of you know, if you listen to the podcast, I don't typically interview people on this podcast. I believe in being authentic, and to be honest with you, I haven't found a person yet that I felt had the same message and the same general ideals and ideas when it came to performing on stage and coaching performers to improve their craft and connect more with their audience and really just become more confident to step into that vision that they have. And I got an email a couple months ago from a publicity agency, a PR agency, basically, telling me that there was this professional that wanted to, that was interested in, they thought it would be perfect on this podcast as an interview. And every time I get requests, I do get requests, but every time I get requests for an interview, I always do a little research first, find out a little bit about who they are, what they do, what they believe. So I went to this person's website. Turns out I had actually gone to their website before, and it's an individual that it didn't spark the passion for coaching performers, but it confirmed my belief about 2 or 3 years ago that this is something that I can actually do. Kind of like what I try to do with you guys, the performers, is kind of let you know that whatever it is you see in your head, that vision of the performer that you want to be and the performer that you see yourself as, you can become that, and it's just a matter of taking that step to do so. And that's kind of what, seeing that there are other professionals out there and other people that do what I do, confirm that, you know what, let's pursue this. And I let him know that. I appreciated that. So I felt like we had similar, like a connection in a way, just based off what I read on the website and in his books and everything. And so I set up a pre-interview. And we talked this past week, and everything he said was pretty much aligned with what I relay to you and how I coach you and how I, the information and the encouragement that I share on this podcast. And I felt like it would be a really good match to have him on this podcast. Now, he's coached people that are, we'll say, elite. I don't necessarily want to say elite, and I'm not going to drop names of people that he's coached either, because he's not going to be on a podcast, so there's no reason to do so. But let's just say you would recognize some of the names of the people that he's coached, and I thought that was really cool. And so, we talked, we had a pre-interview, it went really well. Everything he said was perfectly aligned, and I was honest with him. I let him know. I said, listen, I want to be honest with you. My podcast and the individuals that I coach, it is geared towards the local, the smaller local entertainers that are just getting themselves out there, trying to take the next step, expand from local to, state or regional. That's who I work with. That's my passion. I love local entertainers, the smaller local acts. Not to say that I can't or won't coach, celebrities. I mean, that would be great, right? Wouldn't we all love that? It's just not where I'm at right now. It's not It's not who I want to coach. It's not the people that I'm connected to. You know, I'm connected to you. Smaller, you know, local acts, people trying to get going in their own community first. That's who I, you know, that's who I work with. And I was honest, and he seemed perfectly fine with it. Everything went great. And then I believe in full disclosure, so I let him know, you know, I've never done an interview on my podcast. It's usually me providing information and coaching from where I've gathered my intel, and it's just kind of like relaying the things that I coach to my clients on the podcast and kind of to a more general audience. And he was cool. Later that day, I got an email from the same PR agency letting me know that they wanted to pass on the opportunity, and they offered to send me baby acts. And while I can, you know, I appreciate their offer, I really do. I'm trying to wrap my head around what a baby act is. I thought that was not insulting necessarily to me, but insulting to the people that they were going to refer to me. I declined. I let them know that, you know, I'm very selective with who I would even consider interviewing on my podcast. And I'm not interested. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And that's kind of where I want to go today, is there's going to be people that just, they don't understand. And the misunderstanding there was that I don't do interviews by choice. I haven't found that one yet. Well, I mean, I thought I did. I haven't found that one that worked. And I had to decline. It was the right thing to do. It was, I wasn't interested in just interviewing whatever they could throw my way. That's not what this podcast is about. I'm not closed off to interviews. I want to interview the right person at the right time for the right reasons. And I don't think that's a bad thing. And you should want the same thing. And that's where it is. That's where I'm going today. And this is where this whole message is. First, I tell you a story, and then I give you the meat. This is the meat. Sometimes something's just not going to work out. And you have to know that it didn't work out for a reason. And whether you believe in karma or destiny or fate or religion and how God works in mysterious ways, or that things just happen by coincidence, no matter what you believe and how you perceive these things, sometimes things are just not going to work out. But you have to believe that there is a reason that it didn't work out, and there's going to be something further down the line that is going to work out. That's why I'm open to interviews. I just want the right person. And the same thing for you. Just because you miss an opportunity or an opportunity doesn't work out, something, you know, you really wanted it. It was a dream. It was a new experience. It was that next step. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But you can't stop trying. Like, you can't close yourself off to opportunities and just kind of sit. You still have to continue to put yourself out there. You still have to continue working at what you do, and know and believe that because you are who you are, and because you're putting your talent out there and you're working hard and you're believing in yourself, there are other people that believe in you, and that right opportunity is right around the corner. But if you stop here, you're not going to make it around the corner. It's a basic driving problem, you know? If you're trying to get to the gas station around the corner and you never leave your driveway, you're never going to get to the gas station around the corner. And the gas station is a metaphor for your dream, basically. So that opportunity and that right person, that right opportunity, that right performance, right booking, right venue, right manager, agent, whatever you're looking for, it's coming to you. But you have to continue doing what you're doing to get it. You cannot stop. And that's actually one thing that I did talk to this other coach about in our pre-interview, is the fact that everybody struggles. And this is kind of wrapping this up really, really nicely and what this episode was going to be. Everybody struggles. Everybody is going to have moments when they don't want to get out of bed. Everyone's going to have moments when they don't want to go to rehearsal, when they don't want to get on stage, when they don't want to post on Facebook, when they don't want to share a video, when they don't want to do anything. Everyone's going to have those days, but what makes the difference between the people that see their dreams happen and the people that don't is you do it anyways. And that's how you move forward. That's how you get the momentum towards the success and the vision that you see, is you do it anyways. You don't want to get out of bed, but you get out of bed. You don't want to go to rehearsal, but you go to rehearsal. You don't want to try something new. But you try something new and you do it again and again and again. And eventually, when you put in enough work, you get where you see yourself being. And your vision becomes your reality. And isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that why we do what we do? We have a vision for ourselves and for who we want to be and what type of performer and vision of a performer that we want to be. Isn't the whole point of having that vision to make it happen? That's what we do here. We make visions happen for performers. So listen, if you're ready to make your vision happen, I would love to talk to you. I still coach people, even though I'm a baby act. But listen, I still coach people. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to talk to you about your vision and your dream. Hit me up. Go to beingonstage.com/calendar. Let's get on the phone, chat it up, see what we can, where we can get started and get going with your vision and your dream. Beingonstage.com/calendar. It's open for business, guys. Oh, and I guess I should let you know that there's no charge for this session. Like, I just want to talk to you and help you get started on your vision and your dreams, guys. And as always, keep on shining.